Right, just in, we've got some Fjuka Sensate powder, but there's only one left.
Well, that on Saturday when I left the shop was half full, and Andy here is the reason why there's none left. Now Andy's one of the lads who comes in shop, related to Martin, but Andy he's gone all shy and quiet now. But before you come with your filming, Tom, he was saying how good and what have you Fjuka is, because and I do know this is genuine. Andy has had some of the powder, and you have won 2 matches with the powder. Yeah. So and
we're using it, yeah. I know.
Yeah. Well, it hasn't put the fish off. Put it that way. Yeah. So he's won 2 matches.
Talk us through it. What have you been doing with it then?
Well, first time you give me that free sample.
Yeah.
So I used it. I went to a lodge farm, and I fed a line just on the top one, which I didn't think we were going to produce because the weather was cold.
Yeah, cold.
Winter.
Yeah.
I saw a few swirls and never looked back. Just feeding maggot.
And sprinkling it on your maggot.
I sprinkled. I think I did put too much on first time.
Did you end up with red fingers
red
after
fingers,
that?
Yeah. Apart from that, then next time, Spring Vale, just use it on my maggots again. And it's sent to the business again.
Well, it definitely didn't put the fish off, did it? And you also do a little trick with your micros, don't you? You like sprinkling it in with your micros, don't you?
I put the Sensate
liquid. The liquid.
Yeah, but I'd run out, so I've been sprinkling that on.
Yeah. And it like glistens, doesn't it, when you put it when it goes onto the micros. Once you've done them and soaked them, and you sprinkle that on, it like glistens in with the micros. It looks really good.
The water I've left with all the red in, I put my dead reds in that as well, so it gives extra.
Oh, that's a nice idea. I've not tried that. So you're actually using the water to make your dead reds even more vivid.
Yeah,
that's right,
and flavoured. But also as well, one of my pals, not with the Sensate powder, but Martin Brown, who fishes in with us on Canal in summer. Now Martin's just a silverfish angler, and he doesn't go commercial fishing, and he don't fish with expanders and pellets and that. But where Martin lives at Wakefield, he's got a pond smack opposite where he lives, so when he's finished work he can nip down for a couple of hours. It's like 2-minute walk from his house. And Martin, since the Fjuka 2-in-1s have come out, he's tried them because he don't have to have a lot of bait spare, so he can just go down with a few micros if he wants, or a bit of bait what he's got left from weekend. But Martin absolutely loves the Fjuka 2-in-1s. He catches all sorts on them, and from day one, when he comes to see me at home, he always says, "Then Fjuka, I went to the pond on Tuesday night," he says, "and I was catching some skimmers and that." He says, "I put one of them Fjukas on, 2-in-1 hookers," he says, "and all of a sudden the fish double in size. I go from skimmers to catching bream. He catches carp on them, roach and everything, and he absolutely loves the 2-in-1 hook."
Oh, that's really good to hear, because I know this stuff works, but it's lovely to hear other people having good days on it as well. So I know you actually won a match last year on the pop-ups as well.
The first one of the
floating one.
The floating
neons.
Floating neons.
Floating neons.
Yeah, and just I sat on bread in Allcroft, and I just weren't happy with it. So I realised I got my free bit, so I put them on instantly. The tip just kept going round.
Yeah, because with them as well, if
and everybody thought I was using bread, they didn't realise I was using these.
Because the good thing with them neons, with them floating like that and white, is if you get one of the neons and either chop them in half or chop one into 3, if you like us, we don't fish so often with popped up bread and that, so sometimes you're thinking, is it popped up?
Yeah, is it still on as well?
Is it still on? Is it popped up? Has it sunk or whatever? So if you just put 2 discs of bread punch on, and then put a disc of that on at back of it, it will definitely be floating, and you know at least there's something on the hook if you're not confident with it as well. So that's another tip for winter fishing as well.
Absolutely.
Put either a half on or cut one piece of 2-in-1 floating neon into 3 pieces and use that as one of your discs for your popped up bread, so at least you know then it's definitely going to be popped up.
Definitely. Well, the Sensate powder, as you can see, very going quick. I'm sure there'll be more coming in very soon though.